a time of flight mass spectrometer. Electron impact or electrospray ionisation. So in this chamber we have put our gaseous sample in there, which is neon, and we can see that there are a beam of high energy fast moving electrons being fired from an electron gun. The gaseous sample atoms are bombarded by the fast moving or high energy electrons, which knock out electrons from the sample atoms, producing 1+ ions. This is all to do with the proton to electron ratio. When an electron is removed from an atom, the proton to electron ratio increases, which means the remaining electrons in the ion are attracted more strongly by the nucleus. So the electrons fired from the electron gun would have to be moving more quickly in order to knock out a second electron. The sample to be tested is dissolved in a volatile polar solvent, then injected through a hypodermic needle to form a mist where the tip has a high voltage. The sample atoms gain a proton from the polar solvent and so has a 1+ charge and a mass of Mr + 1. The sample gaseous atoms plus a proton gives an Mh+ gaseous ion. They pass through an electric field, giving the 1+ ions constant kinetic energy. The ions drift through the flight tube to the detector. No. The ion with the lower mass to charge ratio has a shorter time of flight and reaches the detector first. The mass to charge ratio and the relative or percentage abundance of each 1+ ion. Electrons flow to the positive ions, generating an electric current. The greater the current, the greater the number of ions of that isotope and the higher the abundance. Particles of gas or air will interfere with the movement of the ions or collide with the ions or deflect the ions. By electron impact. So here we have a molecule being bombarded by these fast-moving, high-energy electrons fired from our electron gun. Those high-energy electrons knock out an electron from our molecule to produce a 1+ ion. But also, some of the bonds may break, producing fragments. We have a 1+ ion, which is a fragment, and we have the CH3 dot, which is called a free radical, and that is also a fragment.